Alright, so here we go. New Might and Magic playthrough. New rules, new challenge. It's gonna be a no duplicate class and no skills bot playthrough. And that means a lot of consideration has gone into party creation. I've come up with the following party. A paladin in the first slot. Now we have a sorceress, sorcerer, whichever you prefer, a cleric and a druid. And that's mainly because perception is required to complete the story. And there's only 3 classes that get it, and that's the knight, paladin and archer, and the archer doesn't come with a main melee weapon equipped, and you'd have to pick either dagger or sword or axe, and then you only have one option left, and that's perception, and then his skills are pretty much limited. I'd rather have paladin, and the paladin gets spirit, which is going to be incredibly useful since I can't buy light or dark. So I'm going to rely on spirit magic for heroism and bless, which is going to be a huge part of my damage, because I won't get dark magic either, so I won't have access to scrap metal. So the idea was a paladin with perception, and I can pick disarm because I don't need another weapon, because sword is probably the best in this situation. I won't be picking up armor because, well, screw armor, and diplomacy is useless, so disarm trap is pretty useful. So his name will be Chip. The sorceress is going to be her. Name Arcuna, with water and air. She's going to be pretty starved for skill points, but I don't think there's anything I can do about that. For the cleric, Greek Spire, it's gotta be a guy, of course. What about the long hair? And then finally the druid, which is Heimdall. Cleric is gonna get mind and repair item, because later on in the game repair item is gonna save me a ton of money, and because I won't be able to buy any new skills, I don't have access to merchant either. So money is probably gonna be a pretty big problem early on, and probably mid game or late game as well. Then the druid is gonna get body as a secondary healer, and water because I'm gonna need additional Lloyd's beacons to travel faster, and water is probably his only option at spell damage. And that's about it. As for stat points, there's break points at 9, 11, 13, 15 and 17, so I'm gonna aim for those. And because a paladin doesn't need intellect, a sorcerer doesn't need personality, a cleric doesn't need intellect, I'm gonna remove those. And because there's a luck well in the first town, I'm gonna remove points from luck as well. And then aim for the correct breakpoints for each character. And it's gonna look something like this. 13 is the base stat. Anything below is sort of negative. So I'm gonna aim for either 15 or 17 on most of the stats. Accuracy is absolutely mandatory early game. It's by far the best stat early, because I'm gonna have to remove some from him. Because getting a high hit rate is insane for damage early on. This is what the party is gonna look like. I hope you guys have fun.